Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so for some of the extra weird content that you come to Patreon for, let's touch up my hair. So I started dyeing my hair purple earlier this year, as some of you all know, and it's a lot of work maintenance-wise. I originally only wanted to have the ends purple because that means I'd only have to take care of the ends. But instead, my stylist was like, let's do your whole head. And that's just kind of what happened. So, I have only had it professionally dyed once, and I've been keeping up with it using Overtone, which is literally just like hair dye deposit, and it's supposed to just kind of get you through in between salon visits so that you don't have to go all the time. But yeah, I just, with quarantine and not wanting to get COVID, I just kind of haven't really left the house, but we don't want to let the color get all faded and stuff. And it looks fine in this light, in the camera at least, but in real life it's starting to get a little dull, and we can't have that. So I don't have the stuff that I normally use to dye my hair. I usually have like a professional little pot and brush that I use. But I am at my boyfriend's house and I accidentally left that stuff at my house. And I need to do this tonight because I don't ever have a lot of time for this kind of stuff. So, we're just gonna do it like this and hope for the best. But yeah, you can see the color difference. My hair looks like kind of almost pink in this light, but then you slap the color on it, it's a darker purple. Yeah, one of the reasons I decided to film this is because this is a really long process and it's really boring. So I figure if I'm at least kind of talking to y'all, it's gonna help it not be such an awful process like it usually is. Oh my god, my gloves are trying to come off. Please don't do that. This stuff doesn't stain nearly as bad as real hair dye, but it will stay on your hands for a bit. It's really annoying. But if you wash your hands enough times with like super, a lot of soap, and if you like use some hydrogen peroxide or whatever, it comes off pretty easily. Like, I accidentally get it on my sides of my face all the time. Oh, this is probably gonna look terrible. Normally I have the tin foil, and I have like sometimes I'll have like some cardboard to like lay my hair flat on so that it's easier to paint on the dye. I should probably move this rug that's under me. Let's not destroy my boyfriend's rug. Oh my god. Every time I do this, I always think about Brad Mondo, the hairstylist YouTuber. He's hilarious. And he always reacts to videos of girls dyeing their hair at home and it coming out really awful. I always think about him every time I dye my hair. Like, I know that you're not supposed to do it at home, but I like to think that since I'm using Overtone and it's not as bad for your hair, because it's just a colored deposit. It doesn't like lift any color from your hair. And like get inside of it and dye it and do a bunch of damage. It literally just like kind of covers your just your hair strands, and that's why it's only semi-permanent. It's meant for maintenance in between salon visits. It's not meant to necessarily, like this technically is. Oh boy. It's so hard to do it by yourself because I can't tell if I'm getting all of my hair. Like, I know I'm missing spots. Oh no. I just hope I don't run out of dye, because this is the second time I have used this particular pot of the Overtone. And this doesn't like normally when I use my box dye, when I used to do that, I know, it's terrible. But when I used to use my box dye, I would be able to like almost like shampoo my hair with it. Like there would be so much that after the process was all like applied, I could just, you know, do this number with my hair. And then I would be more certain to get all of my hair and not have patchy spots. I also have a lot of hair. My hair is very thin, but it's very long. And I actually chopped a lot off, believe it or not, when I got my hair dyed purple for the first time, because I had to bleach my hair first, because my hair was black for a really long time, like years. And I had been using box dye, and so that builds up really bad after a while. And so it was really, we were scared when it came time to try and lift that. We thought we were going to have to do like multiple bleach sessions and have to do like transition color and all that. Luckily, it came through for me the first time around. I had kind of I had tried to avoid coloring my hair as hard as it was for months and months and months, and let the box dye kind of grow out and fade. And I tried to use some like products to lift and rinse out that box dye at home, but I did have to bleach my hair, and I was so scared about my ends. I thought my hair was just gonna fry. I was so scared. But we actually managed to get away with just bleaching my hair one time. It took really, really well. I'll post a picture. You may or may not have seen already on Instagram of in between. It was interesting being blonde again, because I had not been blonde since the 8th grade. So even for that like 20 minutes that I was sitting there in the chair, it was still kind of weird. Okay, so this is kind of where I would be at when I used to do it at home with the box dye and with my brush and shit. But I'm having to do an emergency coloring here, so we don't have any of that. I was just at my house too. So look, end of the line. I hope it is enough. I normally try and section. I normally try and do it right, but I don't have the stuff that I need. Oh, so we're just gonna kind of do it like I did before I attempted to start doing things correctly, which was get it on there and then try to wash it into evenness. I cannot see the back, and that's a big problem. My boyfriend is streaming, so he can't come in here and tell me. This is just potentially going to be a really bad situation. I don't know. This took so long the last time I tried to do it, because I was like, I don't know why. Normally it does not take me that long to get my hair covered, and everything. It's always just the waiting for it to set that takes forever. But for some reason, last time I did it, it took like an hour to get to this point. It's been 12 minutes according to the timer on my camera. Oh, Brad Mondo would be he'd be cringing so bad right now. I know some of y'all would totally send him the link to this, even though this is a Patreon exclusive video. I know some of y'all just going, he needs to see this, react to this shit. I'm just doing a touch-up with Overtone. It's not even like I'm doing anything dramatic. It's a touch-up of the hair color I already have with the same product I've been using for months. And it's not even like dye. It's a temporary, basically semi-permanent type thing. Alright, now that that's on, I've got to wait for, I always forget, how long is it? 10 to 15 minutes. When I do my hair black, it was like 25 to 30. So this is significant. So we'll set the timer for 15 minutes. I'll go rinse it, and we'll see how this went. And then I'm gonna have to order me some more Overtone and probably make a salon appointment, because I need to put more black in my hair, so that it's just the ends I have to take care of. Vibrant hair is a lot of maintenance, y'all. Just remember that before you do it. And Overtone has saved my ass multiple times. Alright, so we're gonna put the timer on for 15 minutes. I will go rinse, and we'll just hope and pray. Okay, so I lied. I'm really bored. While my hair is setting, I'm just gonna talk to you beautiful people, which technically right now is me talking to myself, but you know, everybody knows I'm insane, so. Oh man, I look terrifying right now. I always look very, very, I could not pull off short hair. I'm always terrified about how some situation where I would have to like chop off all my hair or something, because I would not look good with short hair at all. But like I was saying, like when we were bleaching my hair, I was so nervous because I mean my hair could have just fried right off. And so we took the precautions and we cut like 2 inches or so off before we actually applied the bleach. And I had been using like super deep conditioning for like weeks beforehand. But it took really well. We were both really surprised. I mean, it was a little brassy, obviously, but it really wasn't bad, and it took the purple really well, and it was very surprising that we were able to do it all in one salon visit. We thought it was going to take at least 2 visits, but we were actually able to do it all at once, which is very unusual. But I have very thin hair, so that, and it's very porous hair, so that's kind of one of the reasons why my hair takes color so well. Well, there, Pippin. Come say hi to all of the peoples. This is Pip. He's a turd face and an attention whore. Aren't you? You interrupt all my videos when I'm recording. You do. You interrupt them because you was an attention whore. And you just won't leave me alone. But it's okay because I love you. And your brother. They have bow ties so that we can tell them apart. Pippin has the blue one, and Mary has the orange. Yeah. So how are y'all? I don't know what I'm gonna do for 15 minutes. I'm so impatient. Well, let's get this off my face first of all, so we can minimize the amount of staining that is being done. Y'all are in for the super special treat of seeing me without makeup on after I rinse this out in the shower. Oh, isn't it worth the money, y'all? Paying to see me without makeup on? I think most people would pay me to put it back on. We do some ballet in the meantime. I'm getting back into ballet, and I'm gonna try to not smash my hair on his ball, because that will never come off. But yeah, I'm trying to get back into ballet, and yeah, so maybe while we're here, we can just do some practicing, because I do remember quite a bit. Hi. I always was told that I always put my arms too far back, and that's more of a Russian thing, apparently. Because French American, your arms sit more right here. Can I help you? And your port-de-bras, French American usually sits a little bit further forward. Mine was always way back here, which is allegedly a Russian thing. But fun fact, when I was like 4 and I took ballet, I was actually trained in the Vaganova method, which is the Russian method of ballet. So maybe that's why, and it just stuck with me all these years. I know this is so interesting listening to my ballet history. I'm just rambling because I'm so bored and I hate this so much. The waiting is such a pain in the ass because you can't do anything while you're like, there's very little you can do while waiting for your hair to, because you can't go like do shit around the house or anything because it could get on something and there's just literally nothing else. So you just kind of got to sit there and play on your phone or talk to your Patreon people. I was gonna originally just not film this, and I was gonna just, you know, I usually color my hair like wearing like just a bra because it keeps color off of my clothes. But yeah, then I decided that I was gonna film it and have some alone time with y'all, and then I was like, no, I'm not Belle Delphine. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. I don't got a OnlyFans. No, I don't. No, we don't do OnlyFans here. Because we don't act like a hoe. We try to be a good potato. Right? We gonna try to be a good potato? We're not gonna be a hoe like Belle Delphine. Probably the best thing about Overtone is you can actually rinse your hair with warm water. Because that sucks about having vibrant hair colors. In order to keep it super pigmented, you gotta rinse your hair with cold water, honey, and it sucks. Because I don't know about y'all, but my boyfriend likes to say that I take showers in Satan's piss. I take very, very hot showers. So when I discovered Overtone, I was like, thank God. So what other random shit you guys want to see from my life? Was that what you paid to be here for? Random shit in Emily's everyday life. Taking care of this fucking high maintenance color hair that I didn't intend there to be so much of. She took off the thing and it was all purple and I was like, oh, okay. That's gonna be real fun to take care of and explain to my employer. Luckily they didn't care. The great thing about opera is you can actually usually have whatever hair color you want. And most of you know anyway, opera is what I'm going, I study, music, and that's what I wanna to do. I'm a music major, and in opera specifically, you're pretty much always wearing a wig. Like, very rarely will you not be in a wig when you're performing in an opera, at least in my experience. And so you can pretty much have whatever hair color you want, because it's not gonna prevent you from getting roles. Whereas on like Broadway and like musical theater and stuff, they don't always put you in wigs. All right, looks like time is up. Thank you guys for helping me pass the time, because that is the most tedious part of this. So now that you've heard me just rant and rave about absolutely nothing for several minutes now, I'm gonna go rinse this out and we'll see in a second. So here we are post shower, and you probably won't be able to see it, but oh shit, yeah. I accidentally got a little purple on my boyfriend's microfiber towel. Don't tell him. So we're gonna try and wash that as quickly as humanly possible. And dry our hair off with a dark towel for the rest of this. Oh dear, I did not have that problem last time. So, here we are. You can already see purple, even when it's wet. And now we get to comb through this mess. And let me tell you, I lose a lot of hair just because of stress. So my hairbrush is basically purple. This is full of purple. Okay. It's all nice and purple in there. Give it another day, that thing will be full. Time to blow dry this mess. And there it is. We are restored to our former glory. As you can see, it's a little bit darker in the video. It's even darker in real life. It's something about the camera's HDR or something like that. But we are back. It's not gonna do anything to the brown up here, obviously. But we'll get that taken care of at some point, and it'll be black. Well, thank you for dyeing my hair with me in a way that would make Brad Mondo cringe. Bye!